Hi, I am Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a red, white, and blue home because today it's Flag Day in the United States. So I took this color theme and I went with it. So the most of the appliances and the furniture is red because I made the floor white and the walls like a navy dark blue, and I really like how this turns out. And so we are just going to starting off in the kitchen, and this is a 64 tile home, and yes, that does include some platforms. So if you want to have a smaller home or make this home bigger and still have a 64 tile home, just get rid of the platforms and then you can expand the home. But I wanted to go for a small, interesting shaped home, and so this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, and it can fit 1 or 3 to 2 Sims in it. I was measuring just 2 Sims, like a single parent and their child, and so we are now just in the bathroom, which I feel like I did pretty well for how small of a space it is, and so we are using a lot of packs. Some items I just use like 1 in that pack, and some items I just use 2 in that pack. So if you don't have one of those packs, it will probably just like replace itself or just disappear. So now, since we have to have the dining room table off center so your Sims can get into the bathroom, that made it a little bit hard to put things on that wall because I wanted it to be centered on the wall, but it wasn't centered with the table. And since this is an interesting shaped house, and I had to put the main floor bed like against the wall, so like this is like the only space to get to the bathroom. And so now I think we're going to be going into the living room. Yep, we're going to go into the living room, and so this living room is basically just like a hallway to get to like the backyard. There also isn't a fence in the backyard, so your Sims can just go around to the house. And so I kind of decided at this point it's just for 2 Sims, just because that couch can only fit 2 Sims. And so now we are working on the main floor bedroom. I was imagining this would be for the single parent, and so now we are just going to be adding a computer spot. I recently have been forgetting to add computer spots, and so I wanted to make sure there was space, and I remembered, and luckily there was both. And so we are just going to be adding a movie poster and a picture above the bed. I felt like finding pictures in this house was a little bit difficult because I was trying to keep it somewhat of a limited pack build, but at the same time it's like, but that picture has red in it, and like the wall is blue and the floor is white, and so it just makes sense to have like a red picture. But I do like how this white picture looks out. I did make this room a lighter blue than the rest of the house, just since it's like a small closed in space. And so now I think we are going to be going upstairs after we add a few curtains on to this main level. Oh no, we're actually not going to be going upstairs first. We are going to be adding a few more pictures, and like I said, this was a little bit challenging. I actually, on this wall, I'm just like, well, I don't really want to add any more pictures, so I'm going to add these pipes that make it look like a cool art feature. Maybe the parent's an artist, or maybe it's just something they liked, and so they're just gonna, sure, that works in my house. And so we are just going to be adding some things on to this wall by the dining room. And I did want to add a city poster from the city living pack because I'm thinking maybe they moved from the city into their own house, and now we are on the second level, and so we are using items from the outdoor campers kit. And so I thought this was so cute items in this pack, or such cute items in this pack. And honestly, I feel like this like cot bed makes a lot of sense in this room, because like, how are you going to get a normal bed up into this tiny space? Up a ladder? You're not. a cot makes perfect sense, and I wanted the sim to be outdoorsy, even though they grew up in the city possibly. They are really embracing this like suburban life and like camping, and so we are just going to be adding some posters. I also added this drawing table in the location I did, just because I didn't want to add like a railing, and I wanted you to see the cool car details in it. And so now we are just making this room seem like it's totally outside with like the mountain wallpaper. And I do add another window for cross breeze, because sometimes I try to make things realistic in my Sims builds, and so we are just going to be adding some bunny stickers. And now you can see we are now in the backyard. So I wanted this backyard to seem like fun, and maybe like the mom or dad, a single parent, was throwing their kid a birthday party, and so they have like s'mores, they have like s'more station set up, they have like a movie projector in the back, and so that was kind of my thought process. I did also want to like extend the landscaping, because the swing set has like vines growing up it, and it looked kind of weird to not have like flowers and bushes surrounding it to make it look more in place. And so now you're going to be adding the movie projector from the new kit, which I really like. I like how like homemade it looks, and it works just like a normal TV, so you're good there. But I also like how these like chairs are so unthemed with my colors. You'll see in a little bit I do change it. And so now we're just going to be adding a little like, I don't know what it is, but a little place for the s'mores station to be. And so now we are just going to be adding a pop-up book up in the second level of the house, just because it's such a cute item, and I feel like it makes sense in this bedroom, not too much out in the open. And so now we are just going to be adding a little kitty radio, which is such an adorable item. And so now we're just going to be adding fairy lights, but it took me a little bit longer to add the fairy lights, and I personally like it when it's like not personally every other fairy light gets placed and just like, oh, there it is, there's the final product. And so now you're just making a little like movie spot for the kids for like the birthday party I had in mind. I mean, obviously you don't have to have a birthday party, you just like invite all of the neighborhood kids over for like a movie night, but birthday party seemed made to make sense, just because it's like this mom or dad or it's like going out of their way like so far. And so we are getting close to the end of the video. Please stay for the screenshots, and I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you want to play in this house, the information will be down in the description, and I hope to see you all next Tuesday. Bye!